at Back to the 50s in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. We're on the other side of the border, huh?
Yeah, you know what? I have to say, I've been waiting to do this show for a long time because I've been coming to this show since it started. And I just have been wanting to do this show for so long. It's such a special place in my heart. And we have Larry Ward.
Corey's dad.
Corey's dad.
Corey's dad. I'll tell you what, I'm on the opposite end from Greg. I've heard about this, Cascade Park, never knew where it was in Newcastle. Then I heard Back to the 50s for so many years and that. So finally, thanks for the invitation, guys. Got a chance to come down and join the group at Back to the 50s.
Yes, we're looking forward to this one. What a beautiful day, huh? 74, 75 degrees. You couldn't ask for a better, you couldn't have paid for a better day, you know?
No, I mean, it's clear, it's comfortable, and it's perfect out. So what are we going to do, Rick? Let's think about it. We're
going to go inside and check it out,
Let's go.
Let's go. With me, I have Tamara Marshall and Ed Holsinger, and these guys put on the Back to the 50s.
Yes, first time actually, that we're together. My father has done it for 34 years, and we just thought we'd handle it from here.
Carry on the legacy of the Chuck Lombardo Back to the 50s.
Yeah, Chuck wasn't able to come today.
Right, he's tied up. Yeah, he'll come out later on. He loves to hear the entertainment, so we'll bring him out later on.
Good. So how did this all start? Do you know?
My dad, Johnny Morgan, and Eddie D'Onofrio started it in 1983. They had the very first downtown in Newcastle. And from there, my father's been into hot rods since he was born. And decided, he was in California, wanted to bring it back here, and started it. And then they moved it out to the park.
This is nice. This is very nice setting.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. We have so many people that come from out of town, love the park. It's not your typical in the, fairgrounds in a parking lot. You have the whole ambiance of the old park.
Right? Yeah, you sure do. A lot of hills and curves and turns.
Yeah, you better be in good shape to walk them.
Yeah, right.
There's a lot of nice cars here, a lot of different cars here. And when I was driving in, I go, I've never seen that one. I've never seen that one. When we do this show, we run into a lot of cars we see all the time. But this one, there's quite a few different ones.
Well, that was the diversity that we tried to do this year. Like, we changed it from being just straight back to the 50s to where now it's actually called Cruising the Decades, where you get the different types of vehicles. You might walk down the street and see a tuner car or a blowed up pickup truck, and something different, something diverse that changes the whole retrospect of just back to the 50s era. And that also followed through with our music. The venue of the music is from the 50s to 70s, the decades of the cool stuff. Yeah, that's what we're shooting for, and so far it's working.
Yeah.
Decades of the cool. I was born in 53, so maybe I'm cool then. Huh? So what was I going to ask you there? So when does this happen all the time? Is it the same time every year?
Usually we've had it over the 4th of July. 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I wanted to move it. I love the fall. It just didn't seem that there were a lot of things going on, so that's why we moved it to Labor Day, basically. Cooler weather, and actually it seems that we do have more cars because of it. So
I'll tell you what, you got a beautiful day today. It's going to be about 74, 75 today.
weather.
A little bit of clouds in the sky. Perfect.
All right, hey, it's Larry Ward. We're at Cascade Park for the big Back to the 50s show, and I'm joined with Rod Boyer.
Yep.
Rod, tell us a little bit about your Solstice.
It's 2007 Pontiac Solstice GXP. It's been modified quite a bit. It's I've got 407 horsepower in it now. Put a bigger turbocharger and intercooler and tune and so forth on it.
Now, when you said you put a bigger turbocharger in a tune, that can be, a little problematic at best. Tell us a little bit about how you got things sorted out on this car.
Well, I did most of the work on the engine myself, except for when it did come to the bigger turbocharger. I knew that could be problematic, so I had a performance shop, put that in, and the tune, dyno tuned it and so forth, so I avoided that mess.
Well, I know you look like a guy that not only waxes them up, but lights up the tires, burns a little bit of rubber off there. Tell us a bit about the performance of the car.
The Solstice is a 50-50 balance car, and it hugs the curves like a rail. And with the extra horsepower and stuff, I can come out of them really quick, and it's really fun to drive, especially on twisty roads.
Now, is the rear end and the transmission stock?
The rear end and transmission is. If I put any more into it, horsepower-wise, then I'd have to start doing some more things like that. But I don't. This is fast enough for me. I tell you, I don't need to go that far or do anything else.
All right, as we recap, any quarter-mile times or any performance indicators? I know we talked about Corvettes.
Well, I've surprised a few Corvettes. Let's put it that way. Not all of them, but a few.
All right, Rod Boyer, thanks a lot for being part of Armstrong Street Scene Power Hour at Cascade Park.
With me here at the Back to the 50s, we got Alma and Donald Thompson. How's it going?
Good. How you doing today?
Very good, very good. Hi, Alma. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
What a beautiful car. We're standing in front of a 33 Plymouth. What model is this?
It's the PD model.
PD. You know what that stands for?
No.
Okay. But it's really nice. How long have you had it? Owned it?
A little over a year.
Where'd you purchase it at?
Out in Illinois, outside of Chicago.
This is a nice car. You know much history about it?
1933 was the first year. Was the 6-cylinder engine. Before that, it was a 4-cylinder, and it was also the last year that they offered the wood spoke wheels, which just has on it as an option.
And how big of an option was that, price-wise?
It was $45 more.
That's all, back in 33, that was a lot of money.
Right.
What a beauty. Whoever restored this did a nice job on it. Can you go through it with me here, what we got here?
Well, the colors are actually original paint colors offered that year. The black fenders and the dark maroon. And also the pinstripe was back in that time.
Did they all come with hood ornaments?
Yes.
They did?
Yes.
I love this badge here. That's really nice.
Yeah, that's on all the older Plymouths for a number of years.
I love the interior. It's so well done and everything, and so much room. And
Yeah, they did a great job restoring it. The previous owner told me the story about one of the ashtrays being missing in the back. Thought he'd never find one, and he actually found one in Carlisle in a box of stuff at the swap meet.
That's the place to find them. They said you can't find them in Carlisle or Hershey. You'll never find them, especially Hershey with the fall flea market coming up here. That dashboard's really nice too. Is that wood?
No, it's metal that's been wood grained.
Okay. That's stock like that?
Yes, if you saw early pictures of this car before it was restored, it had a dash similar to that.
Everything is so well done in this thing. I walk by and I go, wow, this is really nice. This is
I'm not sure who did the paint on it, but they did a fabulous job.
They sure did. What color is this, you know?
Well, it's black with dark maroon.
Dark maroon.
That's the color of the Plymouth color.
And I understand you got a name for her?
We call the car Rosie because of that etched glass in the side there.
That's glass, yeah. All right, Don, thank you very much for showing us your car. What a beauty. I fell in love with it when I walked by it. It's so nice looking.
Thank you for your time.
And just enjoy it, have fun with it, you know. And how's it run for you? Pretty good?
Runs good. Runs real good.
Everything's all redone.
The motor was redone about 2,000 miles ago.
So you're all set. It's not a speed demon or
No,
anything, right?
no. Top speed about 45.
You're comfortable about 45.
Yeah. You get a little faster than that and the wheels start to wobble. You know, you can't really trip up those wooden wheels too well. So.
Larry Ward's second stop, Cascade Park, back to the 50s. I'm with Gary Lanzalato with his 1965 Ford. It's absolutely gorgeous. Tell us a bit about it, Gary.
It's a total restoration. I did a frame-off restoration. When I found it, it wasn't obviously in this shape. The hood was on the motor, and there was no bed back end on it. There were two trees growing up through the back end, so we had to cut them off to get them out.
You know, I'm marveled when people talk about how bad it was before they started and how good it looks now. I'm just like, you're an artist. You truly are. Tell us a little bit about the paint, because I just love this, like an aqua color.
Well, it's the original colors. It's tropical turquoise and Wimbledon white. This was the original colors back in 1965 for this truck.
Gary, that is absolutely awesome. Now, did you do all the paint work, or did you farm it out?
I farmed it out. I live in Butler. Joe Perel did the paint job.
Tell us about the interior, because it's absolutely wonderful. I mean, the interior matches the whole color scheme.
Correct. Well, the dashboard and everything was that color. The seats were not. It should have been the turquoise color the whole way through. I had the white inserts just to put a little color in the inside. The headliner is the original headliner in it.
Oh, so, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, that's pretty neat the way they put them up in with the screws, none of that glued up stuff that you can't see anything.
Yes.
Now, the motor inside, is this the absolute, is this the stock?
This is the original engine, yes. It's a 352. Yes.
Looks like you pumped it up a little bit. You got some headers on it. Is that original two-barrel carburetor?
Yes, it is a two-barrel carburetor, yes.
Because you want good gas mileage with all the car shows you're going to.
With me, I have Keith Finese from Elwood City, Pennsylvania. How's it going, Keith?
Good, thank you. It's been a great day so far. It's
Yeah,
been
you've
very
been here
nice.
before?
I have, yes, I have, last year.
In this car?
No, I came in my 52 Ford convertible.
Oh, so you got a couple cars.
Yes,
then.
I do, yes, I
I
do.
love the convertibles.
Yeah.
I got two of them myself.
Do you?
Yeah, I got an old 350Z Nissan, and I got my 64 Thunderbird. I
Yeah.
just love the top down. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm working on another convertible. Hopefully it'll fall through, you know. And what are we standing behind here, Keith?
It's a 1957 Ford Ranchero.
How often do you see these around town?
I haven't seen any, and people tell me it's a rare bird
Oh,
out
it
here.
is. It is, and it's a beauty too. It's a beauty.
Thank you.
It's got the Thunderbird engine.
292 Thunderbird engine, yes,
which
it does.
is the high-powered engine back then.
Yeah,
it's
very
not quite
high-powered.
fast, but those
It goes,
days
it goes, yeah.
Well, where's this car from?
Originally, it was out in California, Marietta, California.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to find it, and the gentleman wanted to sell it, and I paid cash and had it brought out here from California on a truck.
Was it everything you expected?
Yeah, and more. Yeah,
More?
it's been a very, very nice car to have.
The interior's in nice shape on
Yeah,
it and
everything was good. Everything was good.
If I'm not mistaken, those are Kelsey Hayes rims on here. That's who
Yes,
made those.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are.
Those are nice. That gives it a nice touch. You know that?
Yes.
Did you get the original hubcaps or anything for it?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes, they were all. This was all came with it as is.
What we got in the interior here? We got what? AM radio, clock. It's just the standard stuff, huh?
Yes.
Boy, I saw this coming in today, and I thought, boy, this is nice. You don't see these
Yeah.
very often at all.
We have yet to find anyone that has. We've been to a number of car shows all over.
Yeah. So everything's good with the engine and everything. It runs
Everything
good.
runs great. Yeah.
Know much history about it?
I do. I know it sat in the garage for probably 20 to some years because it only has 39,000 miles on it.
So this was repainted, though. This isn't original paint, right?
I honestly
you're not
not sure of that.
I bet you've been to one that was repainted.
Do you?
Yeah. It's nice. It's nice, Keith. Very nice, Pete. Have some fun with it.
Thank
That's
you.
what it's all about.
Thank you.
What's cruising speed on this baby?
About 55.
That's
yeah,
all right. You're
yeah.
all right. You're all right.
I don't think I want to push my luck.
No tire burner or anything like that. It's just a look good car, cool looking car. Hey Keith, thanks for showing us your
thank
car. What a
you.
beauty you got.
Thank
here.
you. I very much
Enjoy
appreciate it. Thank you
Okay?
very, very much.
You got it.
It was a barn find in West Virginia, and they took it in, and we're trying to find somebody to purchase it.
This car was my great aunt's car. She bought it new in 1962 at Bloss Shields in Cleveland.
I was kind of worried about buying it because I couldn't go see it because the car was in Canada.
Welcome to Tech Tips. I'm Rick Guerrero along with Adam Pratt from Youngstown Cycle and Speed Shop here in Boardman, Ohio on Market Street. What's going on today here?
Doing a little pinstriping, Rick.
You think I can do some of that?
How steady's your hand this
Oh,
morning?
not very good, not very good. I would mess it up totally. So you guys do quite a bit of this here, huh?
Yeah, this is one of the services we offer is pinstriping.
So how long you been doing pinstriping now?
Believe it or not long.
You think this is a dying art with a lot of the younger kids?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I want to try to teach my kids to do it, to pass it along. A lot of us are doing that. Yeah, I got a little bit watery there. It's all good. Fix it up later.
Looks good. So how much pinstriping are you doing on this?
For right now, I'm just going to do the fender. This is actually our mechanic's bike. We call him T-Bone Timmy. The cool thing about it is he leaves his bikes here. When I feel like striping, I stripe them. So I always have them here to work on.
it. Work, work.
Larry Ward, third stop at Cascade Park, back to the 50s. I'm with Karen Majaka, and she has something from my past. It's a gorgeous Lambretta scooter. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. Correct. I was thinking of something else, but it's a Lambretta. But it's not like one I've seen in a long, long time. Tell us a little bit about how you got it, what condition was in, and how you got it to where it's at now.
Okay, it's a 1964 Lambretta LI 125. I originally found it, of all places, actually on Facebook. It was a barn find in West Virginia, and they took it in and were trying to find somebody to purchase it, and the guy was willing to restore it. Was originally more of a baby blue color than what it is currently, but since then he did all the restoration, completely restored it, took everything apart, got it to where it needs to be, and it runs great, and it's an enjoyable ride to have.
Now, did you ride it to the park today?
Yes, I live probably about 1.5 miles from here, so anywhere within probably a 5-mile radius I'm good on. After that, you kind of need to trailer it in for the simple fact it goes about 30-35 miles an hour.
Well, one of the unique things about it is that it is a 2-cycle engine, so you have to mix gas and oil, correct?
Correct.
And since it's an older 64 series, so then it's probably like 20-1. Is that how you mix it?
Yeah, that's about where it's at on the mixture, yes.
Greg, what I'd like you to do is take a look at the handlebar here. Tell us a little bit about the shifting mechanism on the Lambretta.
It's a regular hand shifter, first and the fourth gear, with 0 being the neutral. No, your clutch is right there with it, right beside it.
So you squeeze the clutch, and then you simply turn that like you're turning a throttle.
Correct.
And go forward or backward, up and down through the gears.
Correct, that is correct. And then the throttle is on the right-hand side.
Well, I want to thank you very much for stopping by, Karen, and it's just an absolutely gorgeous Lambretta.
With me, I have Len Santoro from, where was that
Lower
again?
Borough.
Lower Borough.
Yeah, we're 20 miles north of Pittsburgh.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, it's about 50 miles from here.
Uh-huh.
New Kensington area?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're right outside of New Kent.
Little place.
Yeah,
Little place.
yeah.
Little place with guy got big ideas.
Yeah, car guys. We've got a lot of car guys around
great,
there, yeah.
Great. And we're standing behind, what, in front of a 50 Ford?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep, I've had it since 98. Wasn't like this when I bought it, of course, and over the years, got it to where it's at today.
You do all your work yourself? Most of it?
Most of it, what I didn't do, I had someone do to the way I wanted, so it's just the way I wanted the car.
This is old school here.
Yes, sir, right out of the 50s.
Let's start up here in the front here. What we got the what did you do up here? I see the bumpers all nice and
Well, the
cleaned
bumpers
up.
they call smoothies. There's the bolts are taken off and it's filled in front and back. The grill's a 56 Chrysler Windsor.
Did you just fit that in there, or did you chop it up?
Well, I had to put the bars closer together and reverse them. See, there are 3 different sizes.
Okay.
And the molding is from 251 Ford upper lips.
You're talking here.
Yeah, yep. And the bottom's the same. Hood corners have been rounded. Hood's louvered, headlights French, tail lights are Frenched. Yeah, yeah.
What are you sporting under the hood? 302, you
It's a
said?
302, yeah, with a 2-barrel and got a mild cam to give it a little bit of a sound. And but it's a
fast?
driver. I don't like to run it fast. It's
Yeah.
all stock suspension,
So
so.
basically, you got a cruiser here.
Oh, it's a cruiser, definitely, yeah. 55, 60, I'm happy.
Good. That's perfect. That's perfect. You know, tire burner or anything like that.
No. I don't know if it even could.
Yeah, I'm not a tire burner myself. You know what caught me was the windshield on this thing.
Yeah, it's been butted. They cut it and butt it together. They eliminate well, you can see on F50 over there, there's a strip down the middle.
Okay, so basically you're talking that's the original windshield, but they cut it down.
And they just butt it together with like a little V.
Okay, that's got a nice look to it. Nice clean look to it.
Yeah.
It does. And how about the hubcaps on here?
Hubcaps are knockoff 57 Dodge Lancers, and I put 4 extra blades in there. So
And you had to destroy some hubcaps to do that?
I had another pair, yeah. We had to cut the blades off of them.
And put it on there.
Yeah.
Where'd you get all the ideas for this?
Over the years, seeing, car books and growing up in that era. And my brother was a car guy, and in fact, he went with me when we picked it up. I bought it out of Zanesville, Ohio. But it's just over the years, and like I say, it's growing up in the 50s, it's what I grew up with.
Yeah.
And I liked it. I liked that era.
So I'm a generation ahead of you, or behind you.
Yeah. Well, the muscle cars and stuff are in now and stuff, which are good. They're nice. I like a lot of them, but I'm old school
This
yet.
is you, though.
Yeah.
You got me by 10 years. You look good. You look
thank
good.
you.
I'll tell you
Thank
what.
you.
I feel my age all the time. I'm 68 right now. That's how I wake up, and you're 70. I say, what am I going to be like when I hit 78?
I think it's all that wine,
That'll
it's,
do
it's
it.
It's a good preservative.
That's it.
Alrighty, joining me right now is Blair Sweet with his 1962 Corvette. Reminding everybody we're at Back to the 50s at Cascade Park. Blair, this has got a great history on this car. Tell us a little bit about it.
This car was my great aunt's car. She bought it new in 1962 at Bloss Shields in Cleveland, and it's been in the she's owned it since new, and I'm the second owner of it. And I redid it to start driving it again, and it sat in her garage for a good number of years.
Well, let's talk about the redo, because it's certainly one of the nicest cars here. I heard it come in. It sounds like one of the nicest cars here as well. It's got a great sound to it. So tell us a bit about the restoration on this car.
I literally did just about everything with it. I took the body off the frame and powder coated all the other pieces, the frame, the mounting brackets, everything. And then I had a friend do the paint job and stuff on it, but I wanted to redo it enough to keep driving it and last.
Well, certainly it is a great example of a 62. Greg, if you get a chance, take a look at that steering wheel. Tell us why that steering wheel is so big.
There's no power steering, and it's for it's easier to steer, but it's a 17-inch steering wheel.
With these models, the twin headlight models, and that they what are called C2s, they don't have telescopic or tilt wheels, so it's in a fixed position, and you kind of got to adjust your body to the wheel.
Absolutely, it's a straight steering rod that is bolted to the frame, and basically connects and steers the wheels forward. But it's basically a straight steel rod.
All right, we want to thank you very much for stopping by Armstrong Street Scene Power Hour at Cascade Park, Back to the 50s.
Thank you. You guys do a great job, and it's always interesting to see all the cars you guys show us.
with me I have John Felder from Union Township, right down the road here from Newcastle, right?
Right, that's correct.
How's it going?
I'm doing good.
You stole this car. You stole this car. That's what I got to say. It's a 66 Chrysler 300. This thing's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
What a nice looking car. I loved it. I walked by it before. I took pictures of it, and I said, "This is not." I like the white top on it, the white interior, and everything's just so straight on it, and the chrome and everything's really nice on it. How long have you had it now?
I just bought it in April. And I was kind of worried about buying it because I couldn't go see it because the car was in Canada.
Yeah.
But they delivered it, and they rolled it off the trailer, and I'm like, wow, I didn't expect it to be quite this nice.
It's very nice. There's like the chrome is, the trim's nice on it, and everything's nice on it. I think he did very well with it.
All right, I appreciate it.
I love the white interior. You got air conditioning in here, tachometer in here, bucket seats. What's that? An automatic, 3-speed automatic, or was it 3-speed?
Yeah, that's what it is. Just the standard torque light automatic.
This is a beauty. This is a beauty. I love it.
Oh.
You don't see these too often either. You know.
You don't.
The 300. This is what's the 300 represent rather?
It's the sporty version of the full-size car. Like its competition back then was like the Buick Wildcat, and possibly the Impala SS.
Boy, this is nice. I love it. I love the chrome on here, and just it makes it pop, and just the special stuff you got on there. It's all stock, huh?
Yes, it is all stock. Oh, okay. And then I didn't put any aftermarket stuff on it because I like all my cars stock.
What are we sporting under the hood here, John?
It's the 383 4-barrel.
So you got a lot of pick up and go in this thing then, huh? This big car. Probably weighs about, what, 4,500 pounds, I would imagine?
Yeah, that's close.
Yeah. Back to the 50s here at Cascade Park in Newcastle, Pennsylvania.
And what a day. We saw a ton of new cars because we're not over on this side of the border, so to speak.
That's right.
So, and it was nice to be back.
Yeah, cars from Elwood City, Union, just around the Pittsburgh area. And just some different stuff. What do you think, Larry?
And you know what? I just love the diversity that we saw out here. Anything from an old 1933 Packard to Henry J, to Beetles, to C8 Corvettes. So from the beginning to the current, it's all out here at Back to the 50s.
I know. It's been a pleasure being out here. We thank everyone for their hospitality out here and welcoming us. I can say that, right? Welcoming us with open arms out here, giving us a golf cart to use. And go ahead, Rick.
I fell in love with a couple cars, I'll tell you. That old Plymouth I interviewed, and that Chrysler 300. Oh, is that beautiful?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
There are so many nice cars out here. And if you get a chance to come out here next year for Back to the 50s, I don't know if they're going to keep it the same weekend as they are.
She said they changed it. So.
Okay, well, it used to be in July. Now, this is beginning of September, so look for it. This is a show to come. The setting is in Cascade Park. It's beautiful. And I grew up in New Wilmington. I was happy to come back. I started coming here in 1983, and then that was before I started driving, and I started coming back, when I started driving in that car, and it hasn't been back here since 1996. I had to bring it back.
Back to the 50s.
Yep.
Back to the 50s. What do you think, Larry?
Oh, I thought it was pretty cool. Greg embodied the whole thing of being back to the 50s. I mean, he brought a car that he bought when he said he was 8 years old.
It's been in the family.
Yeah.
It's been in the family all its life. So.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, there's so many. What I like about car shows like this is not only the gorgeous setting, you're in a park down in a bowl so you can wind around and you got a creek from the river flowing through, but what I like is so many cars cars snapped me right back to the 50s and the 60s when I was growing up. I mean, if you had a 65 GTO 389 with tri-power with a 4-speed with those Tiger Paw Redline tires, you were the big man on campus.
Yeah.
All the girls loved you, and the guys too.
Well, when I was growing up, we had the Plymouth Horizons and the Chevy Chevette, so I can't really brag on that one because we really didn't have a lot.
I missed out summer with the muscle cars with the girls. I went back and had, huh?
Oh, not me. When I was in high school, I had a 56 Ford with stick shift, and then a little later on, right before I graduated, I bought a 55 Chevy off my grandmother that was a 6-cylinder auto, and I bought a donor car that had a small block Chevy and a 3-speed, and I converted everything over, repainted it like candy apple green with a black stripe on the back, and used to race that thing on South Avenue, Market Street. Way back in the day, in the 60s, Market Street was a happening place. Stoplight to stoplight, man. And when I had my GTOs and the 10 Indians, I called them, well, I'll tell you what, you roll up over Boss 302 and at the stoplight and see who gets to the next one.
Let me give you a quick history on the back to the 50s. When this started, it was downtown Newcastle, downtown. So there was burnouts the whole way through town, and it was great. And then he moved it out to the old Troja's restaurant right outside on Newcastle Road, and they had it out there for a while. I think it stopped for a couple years, and then they brought it to Cascade Park. So it's been around for 35 years.
It's a nice setting.
Yeah, it's
a
great.
Very nice setting. A lot of hills and turns and bends and water going through it and bridges, and just a really nice setting. Really unique.
Yep, and thanks for watching Street Scene. And Rick, take it away. Larry, interrupt him.
For Street Scene, this is Greg Roden, Corey's dad. I'm Rick Guerrero.
And we'll see you down the road.
Down the road.